45-yard line, I don't wanna kick it with you. No photos, I'm focused on the bigger picture. Tell me when you back in town, I get dinner with you. Never used to get up in the kitchen, now I'm cooking with the gas. Yeah, I'm heating up.
Welcome to episode 7 for No Cap Sports.
Let's go.
Another fun week of NFL. Week 2 was great.
Can you hear the pain in this kid's voice already? Holy cow.
Dude, this is sad.
If you're a Vikings fan or a Colts fan, it's been a great weekend. But yeah, there's some things that we gotta cover.
We need to get a crying button on here.
Fantasy went a lot better. I had a positive record in all my leagues.
And not me. I think I went like 2-7.
Dude, you're so bad. I can't believe people listen to you for advice.
Oh, dude. I literally have people texting me every fucking day like, hey, who should I start? Honestly, I'm like, bro, I don't know anymore.
It's a fucking toss-up, man.
All my dynasty leagues, I'm 2-0. Unfortunately, though, the one league where I'm with Ray Carlson and Joey Malik, the league, I'm just going to drop that league. That shit pisses me off.
Oh, you're such a pussy.
Oh, my
What a
gosh.
pussy. Redraft. Redraft
Yeah.
or quit. That's your signature.
Dude, I did it in one league to help out the leagues, and you even texted me saying that it hasn't been so competitive. You don't know who, blah, 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 blah.
I don't recall.
Guess what? I'm still 2-0. King Henry, I don't have him in that league, but you get my point.
Whatever.
Let's.
Hey, look, dude, if I was 0-2 in every dynasty I was into, I'd be upset. I'm 2-0, so.
But before we get into more NFL talk, we'll just talk about the main news of NBA real quick. The Timberwolves just out of nowhere fired Gerson Rosas.
It's a bad time to be in Minnesota, folks.
Yeah, it sounds like this was like a move that was kind of like bubbling up ever since Summer League. That's what I've been reading. And then that they just went with the inevitable, that they were going to fire him regardless. So why not just get him out the way now? And it's just kind of weird because he's made all the moves and he's been a part of like the majority of the offseason. And then they just get rid of him. And then, like, don't tell Karl Anthony Towns or anyone, apparently.
I think it's just pointless because Taylor's gone in 2 years. Don't even touch anything. Just sit back and collect your check. Leave.
The reports was that Alex Rodriguez and Mark Lowry or whatever his name is, I don't know.
Yeah.
That they wanted like a top 5 executive. I'm like, I mean, that's kind of a weird way to look. Like, I don't know who you consider a top 5 because I mean they're looking at Elton Brand as a top 5. I mean, is he really a top 5 executive?
Where's he at right now?
He's available to, I think, sign. I don't even know if he's on a front.
You know where he was? I know he was somewhere at one point.
76ers.
Oh, he was Philly?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I thought we had a good thing going. I was excited.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird not to tell your star.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
A little bit strange.
Get rid of him. I don't even care. Trade Cat.
You're such a... You've been away from home for too long. I don't like it. Your energy sucks.
He's a baby.
You're a baby.
We want winners, dude. Jimmy Butler came in and exposed everybody, so.
Yeah, they were all 12 years old. Congrats.
12 years old. Yeah, right. I don't care. Luka's out here. Giannis is out here. Same age.
Those are European stars that came
LaMelo's
up when they
out
were
here.
literally 12 years old.
LaMelo's out here.
LaMelo, what have he done?
Also played overseas.
Jason Tatum is out here.
Okay, he's like entering his mid-20s now. I don't know what that...
Mid-20s. He's the same age as Cat. If not younger.
Probably going mid-20s by now. You got to be like... They're like our age. What are you talking about? Cat's our age.
Honestly, at this point, I don't really care. The Timberwolves are a hot pile of garbage.
Wow.
I'm still going to support them till the end of time.
Do you have any faith?
No.
No. Why would anyone have faith?
Yeah, dude, we lost that 10 years ago.
I literally like put out like a random tweet going, Timberwolves remind me every year why optimism is a lie. It just is. Every year that reminds me optimism is a lie. It's false. There's nothing to be optimistic about. It's just in the end, it's just the worst outcome every time, I guess.
Is that how you feel about Vikings kickers as well? I'm sorry. I just had
I
to
guess
keep
we'll
it going.
transition to week 1 NFL reactions. What are your guys' biggest takeaways from, I mean, not week 1, week 2 NFL reactions? So
Biggest takeaways?
biggest takeaways from the week 2 action.
Oh boy. Kai, why don't you start? I wasn't prepared for the question.
Yeah, one, because I know someone's going to flame me for it. I'm happy to see Julio's back. I'm actually massively disappointed. I was in Nashville watching that game. A.J. Brown looks really bad. Sorry, and that's my dude. I love A.J. Brown. I have him in as many leagues as I possibly can. But he looked really bad. He was 1 of 7 for like 14 yards. He had a ton of passes that were easy catches, and he just dropped it.
Well, let me ask you this.
The big thing,
Listen.
Julio Jones is back.
Well, that's great. Now, your inside sources, do they know anything about A.J. Brown? Was he at the bar?
Brown was not outside. Julio, Chester Rogers, and some others were the ones partying.
Okay. So A.J. is just, you think he's a fluke, or is this just a rough start?
Bad game. I mean, he did really well. He did really well week 1. It was just last week he looked really bad.
Oh, God, you made it sound like you gave up on him.
I'm just really disappointed. A.J. Brown isn't really the guy that drops a bunch of passes. He's always been very sure-handed. And
yeah, that is true.
It was really bad last week. Other takeaways, once again, I think we should fire Mike Zimmer.
Wow.
Invested all this money into our defense, and we still can't hold the team to under 25 points. Breland should be cut. Not cut, but he shouldn't be as high as he is. Zimmer needs to get over his old ways and play Cam Dantzler. I think that's ridiculous because this dude is an unbelievable corner. He was the highest rated cornerback of rookies last year after his injury, and you're not going to play him because he doesn't want to play on special teams. Like, if I'm Cam Dantzler, I'm asking to get traded too.
He was actually the number 1 rated corner in the whole NFL for the last 6 games.
NFL?
For the last 6 games last year.
Yeah. So, and you want him to play special teams? Like, that's stupid. Justin Jefferson doesn't run out there on special teams. So, I don't really get it.
I guess he had like a poor attitude when they signed the 2 or the 3 veteran corners this offseason with McKenzie, Breland, and Peterson.
What happened to Mackenzie Alexander?
I don't know. I mean, to me, he seems fine. He played good against the Bengals. He had a couple missed opportunities like in this game, but overall, I think Mackenzie Alexander has looked fine. He's made plays on the ball.
Yeah. Last one. I was kind of a feel good because I like Lamar so much. Big shout out to Lamar getting over his kryptonite.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Unfortunately, though, I like Clyde Edwards-Helaire too, but
give it time,
dude.
Relax.
I don't know, man.
He's making me feel iffy too. I'm not gonna front. Like I would like, cause I auto drafted him last year.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was like, oh shit. I don't normally go with rookies like in the first round like that. If I could avoid them, like if you get them in the second round, that's amazing. But sometimes first round, for fantasy drafts, I don't like that. But I was like, oh, he was pretty solid last year. But I'm like, not like he wasn't overly great though. He really dropped off towards the end, and like I haven't really seen him like get back on track yet to the point where like I kind of expect him to be.
I'm not buying it yet. It was his first fumble of his career. Give it time.
Honestly, fumble though, man.
The type of game that was too. He just
That literally
wasn't a
ruined their
guy in
chances
there.
to win.
He wasn't an X factor.
With
No.
the minute left, again, I get it. It's his first fumble ever. Good for him, but he didn't get a single target.
Good for him.
Yeah.
15
Listen.
carries for 46 yards.
I'm not gonna say that he was good because he wasn't, but the season is young. They got a ways to go, and quite frankly, there's nobody that's about to take his snaps because KC doesn't have a lick of talent behind him.
He's getting his goal work. He's getting his red zone touches taken away from him. Jarek McKinnon is getting some passing work now.
McKinnon looked good.
He's going to get phased out.
He's not gonna get phased out.
He could though.
He won't.
I'm not.
This is a Charles Barkley guarantee. Guarantee. He's the man. Give it time. Don't trade him. Stop texting me about it.
If you trade him, you're trading him at his ultimate low right now in his entire career.
Right.
It's crazy to think everyone was so high. Now, again, unrealistic expectations coming out of the draft last year. But, man, I threw out a couple trades. Like, I can't. Like, I tried to get him off for 2 second-round picks, and they declined it. So,
listen, how's this one for disappointing so far? Your guy, Ayuk. Not even hitting the field, dude.
But, yeah, I don't even think he got a target last week. So
I don't know. Nothing
I don't really
special.
know. I don't follow him too much. Honestly, I feel bad for San Francisco. They have the injury bug every single year.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. He had a hammy supposedly week 1, but week 2 he was completely healthy. And I've heard rumors that he's dealing with some punishment inside the club for missing curfew or something. He was out with your boy Julio. But I don't know how true that is because I haven't seen official reports from, Shefty or anybody, but
yeah, I mean,
heard that on the low.
Yeah, definitely don't start Ayuk until there's a little bit more information.
Oh yeah, no, he's out of my lineup in a few leagues right now. It's really sad because
I'm not trading him either because he's like Edwards-Helaire, where his value is at a pretty damn low right now.
Yeah, we've seen him burst. Like
he's
just
good.
not there right now though.
He's good. Kittle's been disappointing too.
Give it time.
Yeah, of course. You got it.
Yeah.
This week versus Green Bay, I think that could be a shootout. I think he'll get his chances there.
I mean, Debo's been great there. So.
Yeah, Devo's a monster. He's
Glad
back.
to see he's healthy.
Listen, I want to give out a positive one because we've kind of been negative so far, just tearing guys apart. I'm not going to drink the Kool-Aid yet, but he has my attention right now. Mr. Daniel Jones.
That guy has the absolute burners, bro.
Dude, he can move.
He might be as fast as Lamar Jackson. Maybe faster. Who knows?
He's the fastest in the league. I don't know what you're talking about. But, dude, he looked good versus Washington. That's a good defense.
Is it?
It is.
It's solid.
That front four is scary.
Okay, what's after the front four?
Other players. But anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a decent secondary, and it's not like anything crazy, but it's pretty good overall.
That front four helps them. All
What
across.
happened to Kenny Galladay? Can we talk about that too?
Who?
Kenny Galladay, exactly. Kenny Galladay.
Yeah.
Well, Shepard's stealing the show out there.
Slayton's playing well too.
Oh, listen, that reminds me, receivers. When you brought up Lamar earlier, your
Marquise
boy,
Brown.
yeah, Hollywood Brown, dude. Holy shit,
Yeah,
I was
actually,
just about to
that is
say
my.
that.
dude.
Before
He
the
looks.
show, you asked who my favorite fantasy player is.
He's like,
Right now, it's definitely Hollywood.
he's on a breakout. I love it.
Dude, because speaking of Kenny Galladay, so in my 16-man league, I bought stock into some late-round receivers. And I got Galladay as my number one, Marquise Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Tyler Boyd. Juju and Marquise Brown right now are looking really good, especially like now, unfortunately, with the Deontay Johnson injury, which I'm not sure how severe that is, but Juju's stock is definitely going up.
I thought he was healthy. He played last week. Did he get hurt again?
I think he got hurt this game.
Really?
I feel like he's still playing though.
I like I said, I don't know how severe it was, but I know he got hurt.
He missed practice today, but he's listed as questionable.
Okay.
So
He'll be fine.
But Juju looks like he's still like involved in the offense pretty significantly, especially in the red zone.
yeah.
So I was just like I'm like that was like I got kind of lucky because like I thought Kenny Galladay was gonna be great, but he's looking rough out there, man. He was looking rough.
That's what happens when you miss a
Juju
whole
is
year.
the king of 5 receptions for 20 yards and a touchdown.
Who?
Juju.
Hmm.
20 yards.
No, I know. But the fact that they had like play designs for him in the red zone is
Yeah.
encouraging. Cause like,
Yeah.
I mean, look at Adam Thielen's
Oh,
numbers.
he gets touchdowns.
Yeah, that's
He had
what I
like
mean.
11 last year.
Yeah, like look at Adam Thielen's numbers this past week. Like he had like what 37 yards or like 30 some yards.
Yeah, he was third.
And then
Osborne was ahead of him.
yeah, and then like
Dude,
but he still got a
Osborne
tutty.
is the man.
Dude, I wanted to bring him up too. He looks good. Found your wide receiver 3.
Yeah.
There's a ton of like Rondale Moore. I mean, against the Vikings, we won't bring up Rondale Moore. It was a breakout, cool, but there were a couple of plays there where he wasn't even guarded. So anyone can break out in that Viking secondary right now.
Well, actually, you know what? I want to give the Vikings secondary a little bit more credit than that. It's mainly just that one side because Breland just lets up like a perfect quarterback rating. Everyone else has looked pretty solid. Like Woods got an interception this past game. Harrison Smith does Harrison Smith things, and Patrick Peterson he led up the DeAndre Hopkins touchdown, but like he also was running with him for like 8 seconds because our D line couldn't get to Kyler. So it's like, and it's also DeAndre Hopkins. Like who in the league is better than DeAndre Hopkins? I don't think that there's anyone, but that's my opinion. I don't know. Like I think that the secondary's been a lot better than like what's advertised because like one side is leaking.
Yeah, I mean,
That's it.
Xavier Woods is phenomenal. Breland, though, man, what a roller coaster. This guy, the first possession of the first week, I'm like, this dude's legit. And then ever since there, it has just been an absolute dumpster.
How do you get scored on by AJ Green? Like, the corpse of AJ Green.
AJ Green had the best game of his career in like the past 4 years against fucking Breland. Like,
Dude.
this dude.
And then Max Williams. All right, let's move on to like the injury roundup before we just like keep going on the frickin'.
Max is gonna have 0 points this week.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, of course he'll go off against the Vikings because that's his. He went with the Gophers. He played for the Gophers, like Minnesota tie. So he's gonna have this like best game of his career against us.
That's the shit that's funny though. Is people get so excited for a tight end that goes off like that, and they just go crazy and pick him up in fantasy. And I'm like, you can fucking have him, dude.
Yeah.
Leave that shit alone.
Yeah, I'm not going on that road.
No. Not at all.
But yeah, the few injuries is like Tyrod Taylor suffered injury unfortunately for the Texans.
Week
Tua.
2, man.
Tua is out this week.
Baker's okay, right? I think he's playing still.
Yeah.
I don't think it was too serious.
And then Andy Dalton's out, so Justin Fields starting.
Yes, sir.
Carson Wentz got 2 sprained ankles.
Don't laugh.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Douchebag. Kid got fucking burrito rolled by fucking Aaron Donald. Dude, did you watch it?
No.
Yeah, I swear to God, I thought they were dislocated. Like, fuck a sprain. It looks so bad, dude. Like, and he's just huge. He
he sprained both of them in one play?
I'm pretty sure. Like, you can see both of them, like, fucking bend awkwardly. And I'm like, oh my
Honestly,
God.
You should play that clapping thing, because honestly, that's honestly kind of impressive.
What's impressive?
How do you sprain both of your ankles, bro? How is that even
By
possible?
Aaron Donald twisting your whole body like you're nothing. That's how.
No, I don't care.
I'm surprised he came out as good as he did after that play. It looked brutal. It's the last guy I want to hit me, dude. The very last guy.
Who could have ever sprained both of his ankles was Ant when he jumped off a roof and broke his arm.
Oh yeah, you bringing that up? I forgot that you were there.
He tried to punch a tree right after, and that's when he knew it was broken.
You're an idiot.
Hey, hey, if you're gonna test it, bro, you better test it like a man. All right.
Not all men are smart.
Broke? Yes. Daryl Henderson, I think may be out this week. It's up in the air, I think, at this point.
Odell, I
Hiccups.
think 2 to 3 weeks.
Odell's still out, and Jarvis Landry.
Oh yeah, he's IR. Fuck.
Josh
might-
Jacobs.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs is out.
Dang, Cleveland might lose this week. They got Houston? No, that was
No,
this
they
past
got
week.
Chicago. That's why
Oh, shit.
I don't know, dude. The Bears don't have a good team like on the offensive side. I Fields is pretty solid like talent wise, but he's gonna make tons of mistakes. He's a rookie. It's tough to go up against like a top tier team. I think, and I don't know. I'm not sure if they're on the road or at home.
I don't know.
But like especially if it's on the road, dude, like that's tough. The win on the road as a rookie quarterback against like a top 10 team, like that's really tall task to ask.
It is tough, but without those weapons, I see Baker making just as many mistakes.
I mean, dude, the Bears' weapons aren't like over the top great either. Darnell Mooney's good, and so is Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson's great, but it's like other than that, bunch of
Bold
slappies.
prediction.
Montgomery's solid.
Bold prediction. I am predicting it was week 2 for him, I believe, but week 3 breakout performance for Justin Fields, just like Justin Herbert did when he came in first. So there's no film on him. He's dual threat. It's a kind of a change of pace that Chicago's been looking for. So I think Fields has a great game, actually.
Thank you, I agree.
Yeah, I don't know.
What the fuck? Inappropriate relationship? He's been with them since how long?
Just 2 years.
What the fuck?
Yeah. This Gerson Rosas update of supposedly created like a toxic culture for the Timberwolves.
They said inappropriate relationship,
Yeah,
whatever that means.
I don't know.
I don't buy it. If Cat's pissed, I'm pissed.
Shut up, dude.
Shut up, Kai.
But
All I care about is Anthony Edwards. Everyone else can kick rocks.
yeah, dude, Anthony Edwards he's the truth.
Yeah.
He's the truth.
He's
All praise Ant.
he's a killer.
Cat needs to prove me wrong. I'm waiting for. I hope he does, but nah.
Well then I guess we could transition to fantasy football.
I love fantasy football.
I don't.
Yeah, me neither. I really want. I want to quit actually.
It's depressing. All these kids last year that were so garbage are fucking putting up 200 points.
No shit. People are supposed to look up to me, and now they're laughing.
Yeah.
I'm the kid that's getting bullied at the playground. That's what's going on.
So I'm just showing like this is what the top 10 looked like last week, week 1. It's just like a little refresher. I'm not gonna go through the list too long.
Shout out to Hertz. Looks good.
So I'm just like a little compare contrast before.
Is actually on Hertz is Devontae Smith out again?
He was never out.
He got hurt. I'm not sure if he's.
I'm pretty sure he's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked at the.
I got him on one of my teams. I think he's good.
See, that's the thing that's tough. Like, it's Wednesday. They don't, like, put out too much of an update by Wednesday. It's like, oh, he might have been limited, and then he might be listed as questionable. But until Friday, you don't really know, like, for sure.
True. They take their time evaluating.
So there goes those receivers.
Is this week 1? And then
This is week 1. Like,
Okay.
Gronk at top. Just, like, a little bit of a... Like, Cardinals were number 1 defense, and then they're absolute
Can you take a
dogs.
second to just bash Aaron Rodgers? He is the worst human being on the planet. There was
That's
a
so
guy
aggressive.
that had a 6-team bet parlay.
Yep.
He had everything right. He bet $25 and he needed the Lions to beat the Packers. If the Lions were to beat the Packers, he would have won like $750,000 on a $25 bet, and fucking Aaron Rodgers ruined it.
He still walked away with like 134. Let's not cry too much.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I mean,
I didn't
shit.
know you get rewarded in betting for being a loser.
15 out of 16 is pretty fucking good, especially when there's upsets.
Oh, that's the point of parlays. I can't believe they paid him out.
I don't think there was a cash option, but I think he was able to like hedge it or some shit like that.
Oh, gotcha.
So he was walking away no matter what happened with
That's $600,000 though, so I'm still pissed. Like,
oh yeah, it's still life changing either way though.
Yeah.
He can do it again.
I could blow $100,000 so fast. Dude.
Oh dude, give me a day and a half. It's gone.
I don't even need 2 hours.
What the hell are you guys blowing it on in 2 hours?
Probably not appropriate for the show.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, do you really want me to answer that question?
Just know we'll be in Vegas.
Oh, I won't even make it to Vegas. I'll be on the flight there, but I'll have no money by the time I get there.
Oh shit. He's gonna rent the private jet out.
Oh, goodness.
All right, let's go week 2 results.
All right, week 2. So these are the top 10 quarterbacks from week 2.
Daniel Jones?
Oh,
So
Dog.
Kyler Murray stayed number 1 again. So if you drafted Kyler Murray, you're probably feeling really good about your team.
Yep, thank you.
Loser.
Lamar Jackson played about as good as I expected him to play last week, and dude really went to a whole different level. Like some of the like tackles that he was forcing to miss was like just fucking elite, bro. The elusiveness, he was just literally weaving through like the defense, like just dodging, stiff arming. I just don't know how he does it.
Dude, people need to pay him more respect, especially guys like Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, people like to hate on him because his arm talent isn't as good as most of the people up on this list.
Hey, Stephen A. Smith gave him some props after last week's game.
Yeah, last week he said he's not an elite quarterback, so I don't really give a shit.
Whatever. Stephen A.'s an idiot.
Dude, he contradicts everything that he says. Can't stand it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to not call a former MVP like non-elite.
Right.
Like, if he's
This guy's 24.
yeah, like if you won MVP and you had 1,000 yards rushing from the quarterback position, you're elite, regardless.
He's the only guy I ever can remember that can make a cut and not lose speed.
Dude,
He's
seriously. He's the best quarterback and the best running back on one team.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Tom Brady's looking really good this year, like as kind of expected, which is just crazy because he's super old.
I'm sick of it.
He's just dominating. Like the game against the Rams this week is.
I was talking about this. Imagine Tom Brady is, if he wanted to, he'll play until he's fucking 50 and still be a top 5 quarterback. Imagine dominating people for like 28 years.
Dude,
just ruining people's careers for 28 years.
I seen a stat the other day. I think he's like 5 touchdowns short of having more touchdowns in his 40s than in his 20s. That's absurd.
Dude, you could probably break his career up in like almost like 3s now. And there's probably 3 different Hall of Fame careers in there. I know for sure 2.
Yeah.
But probably even you could probably stretch it to 3.
He's
separate careers or
you can separate he's played in different eras. Like what the fuck? It's just not a thing.
That's why like that one message that we reacted to too was like interesting to hear his perspective on, because like he's played in the era where like you could tear each other's heads off, and then now it's like you can't touch anyone on offense.
I'm not taking any credit away because I still think he's a great quarterback, but I do think that helps just his longevity.
Well, yeah,
and
he's
able
taking
to keep
advantage
playing.
of it.
Yeah,
he's like fuck it.
He's manipulating it.
He's like, if this is gonna be the NFL today, like he's like, all right, I'll play into what they want, and I'm gonna just like excel and just still be the greatest, and that's what he's doing. And then, I mean, the Bucks look like the fucking favorites to go again and win again right now. I mean, I know it's only been 2 weeks, but
I'm not taking the field against them. Not right now.
yeah, I wouldn't feel good. I don't feel good about anyone the Vikings go up against at this point because somehow they will just fucking disappoint me. But anyways,
Sorry, folks.
number 4, Daniel Jones looked really good against Washington. Still lost. My pick was right.
Oh wait, sorry. One more thing against for Tom Brady. He's 499 yards away from breaking the all-time passing record, and in 2 weeks, he plays New England. You cannot write it any better than that. He can go into New England and break the record.
Wait, how many yards is he away?
499. Game's 2 weeks away.
Oh, he's gonna break it before then.
Well, this week and then I think next week he's there. So he's not gonna break it this week.
So you're saying that he's not gonna get 500 yards? I'm predicting 500 yards and 7 touchdowns.
This week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's done it before.
I'm sure he has.
I don't know about 500 yards, but he definitely did the 7 touchdowns. Right, or was it 7 or 6? I don't know.
I don't think it's 7. I feel like 7's the record.
Yeah.
I don't think he has that.
Like,
Yeah.
But he has 7 rings.
Can we go to Daniel Jones? I like him better.
Can we check the suicide hotline for the defensive tackle that jumped off sides on the first kick?
The hotline in Minnesota is very busy right now.
Yeah.
Dude, there's just nothing good. The only good news that came out of Minnesota is that Kirill, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, that he signed finally, and like he was just doing the biggest standoff for whatever reason. That's the only good news. Otherwise, the Twins are miserable. The Timberwolves just make you want to just hide in a dark closet and just cry.
Hey, the Gophers beat Colorado.
Actually, the Gophers look excellent. Like they looked questionable against Miami, Ohio. I was not like super impressed, but did 30-0 on the road,
Dude,
against a team that just played a good game against Texas A&M.
Colorado's never been good at anything though. Ever.
Whoa.
Ever.
All right,
They make the tournament.
that's just uncalled for.
They're just I'm not impressed.
You know what?
We should beat them by
You
30.
stay out of that state, buddy.
We should beat them by 30. And if we had
We
Ibrahim,
didn't even, dude.
it should have been 40.
I think they only had like 50 yards of offense.
Yeah, I know. Their quarterbacks, 2 combined, I think, for like 80 yards or something. It was really bad.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. We should beat them by 30.
Dude, the schedule right now for the Gophers is like just a bunch of slappies. They play like Boiling Green.
Who's next?
Boiling Green.
Bowling Green?
Yeah.
Yeah, never special. Well, cool. I like winning, but this kind of feels
Awesome.
like it's like varsity versus like freshman though. It's not really that cool.
Yeah, that's the only weird part about college. Is like, oh, it's like
Such a gap, dude.
there's like 3 great games on the schedule, and then like a bunch of fucking boring ones. But
Yeah.
Yeah. So then there goes Aaron Rodgers having a bounce back after being absolutely trash week 1. Easy to do at home against the Lions, I bet.
Oh my God, I'm not gonna
Easy
comment.
to do when you throw fucking 1-yard dump offs to
Yeah.
Aaron Jones.
Oh
Yeah.
God, come
The,
on.
the
He
real,
had like 60
the real
yards.
king of the offense, the real good Aaron. I'll do that. I'm just fine.
Whoa.
It's fine. I'm just going off a little rift.
Whoa,
I'm just an
whoa.
angry Vikings fan.
Can we pause?
What's up?
Who's number 6?
Oh fuck.
You know what? That boy Kirk Cousins has looked really, really good. The first 2 weeks, he put the team in position to win, like literal position to win, like one play away
What happened?
from winning. Oh, it's because, we just don't have this thing called luck. We have bad luck. Things go absolutely the wrong way
Yeah.
when we're in situations that, oh, hey, this is Arizona. Everyone's talking about the Cardinals.
Can you describe the moment?
The fuck is knocking?
I don't know. We're in the hood, but we're okay. Damn, I didn't save the video.
Get the boys out the hood.
Get the boys out.
But
I didn't save
But
it.
basically, like Kirk Cousins does a phenomenal drive at the end of the game against the Cardinals, and he gets and there's a questionable things with the coaching decisions. Like 41 seconds left, you're at the 19-yard line. are you gonna take a shot at least at the end zone when you're that hot on offense right now? And Kirk has that demeanor that like, hey, I'm slicing this defense up, which he was doing all damn game.
You had timeouts.
And they had a timeout.
Well, I heard someone say, I understand not going for a touchdown or whatever, but based off
You
our
get
luck,
closer.
yeah, but why not get closer?
Because there's
Dalvin
percentages.
Cook went for 9.5 yards a carry.
Like
If you want to be careful.
dude, if you're at like the 27-yard line or closer, like it's like a 90%, like it's like a 95% chance you'll make it. At 37 yards, it's like 84%.
I would have kept going.
It's a high percentage, but like that, like it's 1 out of 6 you're gonna miss.
Do you think they got a little nervous based off what happened week 1 with Dalvin?
Yeah, 100%.
I understand it.
I understand too, and it's not the wrong. That's not necessarily the wrong play, but I think that like if you're paying a quarterback that much money and he's playing that well, let him slice it up a little bit. Like there's Justin Jefferson, KJ Osborne, and Thielen running wild out there against a defense that is really not great.
That and like Kai said, what was he averaging? 9.5 yards a carry or something?
Dude, yeah.
Well, dude, I mean, fuck what happened last week to Cincy. If you believe he's the best back or
Dude,
top
you
3,
have to trust him.
give him the ball.
Like
I bet he doesn't do it again.
Like the Vikings trusted Adrian Peterson in those spots. Like, and that dude had way bigger fumbling issues than Dalvin ever has. So it's
Who was their coach when Adrian Peterson was there? Oh, right, not Mike Zimmer.
Well, Zimmer had him. Zimmer had him for like 2 years. What do you? I mean,
At the end of his fucking career.
so I mean, he still had him when he was a league leading rusher. So it's like he used the shit out of him. One of those years.
The one common denominator here is Mike Zimmer. The guy has to go. I honestly, at this point, I'm rooting against the Vikings. I hope they lose. So we get like.
That's too far, man.
No.
All right. Let's finish up the list. We're not gonna. Kai, you're overreacting.
I'm not going, dude. I'm not going fucking 9-8.
I wish we could pause
letting
him.
Zimmer fucking scrape away.
Okay,
with the
Kai, you gotta let the home stretch go through first before you burn it all down. And now if you start losing on the home stretch, then we start getting like extremely concerned.
Hashtag get the boys out the hood. Hashtag fire Zimmer.
All right, so number 7 was Derek Carr.
Oh wait, we'll make a bet. What happens first? The boys get out of the hood, or Mike Zimmer gets fired?
Well,
Zimmer.
That's just I'm not getting out the hood anytime soon. My lord.
That's not good at all.
Winter's coming, dude. We're not moving anywhere.
Yeah. All right, so Derek Carr is continuing to look good. Patrick Mahomes does Patrick Mahomes things. Russell Wilson still being Russell Wilson, and Jalen Hurts, like Bryson mentioned earlier, has looked really, really good this year, and he's beaten my expectations.
Damn, no Stafford on there?
No business winning that game.
No Stafford?
A lot of good quarterback play this week. So, yeah, Stafford missed the cut. I mean, these guys all scored, like, I think, like 23 plus or something like that, or like high, like mid-20s up.
Makes sense. I think Stafford at like 21.
Which, yeah, there's a lot of quarterbacks that had really good weeks. I think even Matt Ryan had a good week, which was surprising to me because I have him and he was really bad week 1. Running backs, so I'm sure a lot of people feel really, really bad because you either lost to those two top 2 running backs or you had them and they made you win. I did not have them. They caused me to lose. So that's my reaction to those top 2.
I had Jones, but I was down by 60 going into the game. But God, I was getting excited. I'm like, dude, he's got 40. I'm like, we can do this. Let's go. It was fun.
Damn, you were down by 60?
It was Darren, dude. He went off. He snapped in our league.
Yeah.
Legit down by like 60.
I played Ray. If I would have lost to Ray. Oh, man.
I don't want to talk about that.
Have you lost to him?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He hasn't beat me.
Oh, no, Kai.
He hasn't beat me in 3 years.
Bro, I played him in the playoffs last year. He had no defense. And it was the week. He had Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes, and Travis Kelce, and it was the week they all went off for like 50.
I remember that too.
Next week, Alvin Kamara went off for like 63. Jonathan Taylor went off for like 35. Calvin Ridley went off for like 40, and I'm sitting in the consolation bracket like.
It was funny because you and me had the best teams by far, and he just snapped.
Dude, That shit is so frustrating.
Yeah, that's the thing that kind of sucks. Is like you could just get hot in the playoffs one week, and then it just
Yep.
propels you up, or you just get lucky based off like matchups, and your opponents just have a bad week, and then you just do better than them, and you just squeeze them by the whole year.
Yep.
But that's fantasy. That's part of it. Then Christian McCaffrey in the top three like usual. Cordero Patterson had a phenomenal game.
I like what he's done so far this year.
Yeah,
He looks good. Found
uh,
himself a little role.
I mean, Mike Davis wasn't even that bad this week, but like Cordero Patterson was definitely the one shining from that backfield. Just making plays in open field, catching the ball. He had a nice little one-hand snag.
Dude, that was sweet.
Yeah.
At that point, I was like, man, I got to pick him up. But I think you and someone else
Yeah,
outbid me or
I
something.
dropped like 40 on him.
Yeah.
But my team's really bad in that league. So like I need to take whatever I can get, and I have Mike Davis. So I'm like, well, I kind of need to have both.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make sure I spend a little bit more. I mean, the next lowest bid was like $30, so it wasn't like
That was a good pickup for you.
And
This one's interesting to me.
dude, yeah, Tony Pollard, really good week for him, and I think that like I almost want to buy his stock over Ezekiel Elliott at this point, who made the top 10 list. But like I just think Tony Pollard game is more aligned with what the today's NFL does.
Listen, I've been saying it since last year, like week 7 or whatever it was, week 6. He's the RB1 in Dallas. I do not believe in Elliott anymore. He's toast.
Look, man, you drafted Elliott in every single league last year, so I
Yep.
don't really want to hear it.
Yeah, and I changed up pretty quick, didn't I?
So here's the thing, right? Do I think he should be the RB1? Yeah, just like Ant said, like I think his style fits the NFL better, and I think he fits what Dallas is trying to do better. However, I think obviously Elliott's still the clear bell cow back there, but it's interesting because I think we're going to finally get to a true like 50-50 split on carries.
I think they're going to do that as well, and then they're going to phase him out.
Well,
How many years does Elliott have on his contract?
I was looking at it earlier. I think it's through like 2026 or something. dude.
Well, I mean, you gotta remember, like, teams don't really look at these situations as negative. Like, they're like, oh yeah, now we can keep both players fresh,
Yeah.
and they're gonna get more production. That's all. That's all they look at it as. Like, it's not like how the Vikings look at like Dalvin Cook, for example, because like the Vikings look at Dalvin Cook like, oh, we need him to take all the carries because he gives us the best chance to win.
All down back.
Like over in Dallas, like they're like, oh, we don't care who carries it between Zeke and Tony. We just want them to take turns because they're both talented. Like it's not like the Vikings don't have a backup that's not talented, but
Well, just take a look at this list. I mean, the NFL is becoming more and more of a committee every year. I mean,
yeah,
half of these guys on here aren't true RB1s.
yeah. Top three is
Cordero,
Eckler
Pollard, JD, James White,
Najee Harris is.
and then Elliott is on the fence.
Yeah, James White. Like I've been having him on my bench, and he's had a 12-point game week 1 and an 18 game week 2, and I'm like, all right.
It's hard to start.
I picked him up in free agency before the year started, just trying to take whatever scraps I could get because he was out there in the summer.
I think Bill just likes him.
Yeah, he's just reliable.
Yeah.
That's why he got rid of Sony Michel, who might have a decent week this week if Darrell Henderson doesn't play, but I'm not really even sure. He hasn't done much since getting traded there.
I feel like they'll get him more involved as the year goes.
And then, like, J.D. McKissick's been on the waiver wire this week, as well as Cordero. And, I mean, I like his game. He's a good PPR back.
I think I seen a stat last year for JD. I think he was like the most targeted running back
Yeah.
for catches and shit like that.
He's in, like, the Chris Thompson role where Chris Thompson actually just signed to the practice squad for the 49ers. So
Really?
that's something to keep an eye on.
They're a mess at running back.
They just get a lot of injuries. Then moving to receivers, if you forgot about Cooper Kupp because of his injury, man, I forgot how good he was.
Dude, he runs beautiful routes. He's quick as shit, and he's stressful.
He's very good, man. Like, He was kind of like a little bit rusty. Like he came back last year, right, from injury. And,
Yeah.
Like he was like kind of off and on. Not the greatest year. I mean, they also had Goff off throwing it to him. So
Dude, if I could name one guy that I'm like kind of mad at myself I didn't pick in any league, it's Cooper Kupp.
yeah, dude. I don't know why I
It's
avoid
like-
him. I just avoided him just because I'm like,
Yeah.
he was kind of all right. Like, I mean, but you got to take into account like, getting Stafford and another year like recovering.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I thought it was going to be Robert Woods.
Dude, I had a weird gut feeling about that too, and Kupp is just shitting on everybody.
So yeah.
You know, I did it kind of the same thing with Tyler Lockett a lot too. Like, I know how good Tyler Lockett is,
Yep.
and like I always kind of like not pick him over like the same like tier of receivers that are around him. I'm not sure why, because he is phenomenal every single fantasy year that he's playing. So Russell Wilson finds him.
Maybe I feel like it's kind of a media thing. They don't amp these guys. They're not your big 6'4", DeAndre Hopkins go up and get it kind of guy. These are your short little, doing the dirty work, being able to run multiple routes, I guess, instead of just the deep ball,
Yeah. Like Scary Terry is phenomenal.
Yeah, look at all these guys. They're all under 6 foot.
He had a game, man. He was dominating. Like he took over that Giant, like against the Giants.
He looks elite, dude.
Like no one could stop him. You could just throw it up to him. He's snatching the ball and he's making sure that he's securing it from you. Like he looked really good on that Thursday night game.
Mm-hmm.
Cortland Sutton really stepped up in the absence of Judy, and
He's got a few more weeks of that yet.
yeah, dude. So
You can get him in your lineup, throw him in, folks.
throw him in like even as high as like even if you need him as your wide receiver 1, like he could probably put up them kind of numbers right now, especially the way Teddy's playing. He's gonna get a lot of targets.
Yep.
Mike Evans had a bounce back week after week 1, not getting part of the action. He looked really good at 2 touchdowns. Rondell Moore had he just got wide open on like a big 77-yard touchdown, and he had a lot of gadget plays. So he's probably gonna get a lot of targets like on wide receiver screens and like little hitch routes.
I think he's gonna get a lot of balls too, just because Kyler's able to extend plays like crazy.
Yeah. I mean, they have a ton of receivers there, like Christian Kirk, AJ Green, DeAndre Hopkins as well.
Mm-hmm.
So like, don't expect him to be big every week. He's someone that's like, if it's a
Hit or miss.
decent matchup and you really need to play someone that could really go over the top, he's a good option just to throw in there if you just are hoping for a prayer. Marquise Brown looks really, really good this year. Had another really good week. And then Brandon Cooks I don't know if he's going to be as good as he has been with Tyrod out. Probably not, because they're going to have like a rookie playing, unless Deshaun Watson starts playing. But
Not happening. It's David
Right.
Mills.
yeah.
Which honestly, he was the number 1 kid recruited out of high school. Dealt with injuries in college. Maybe he just needs some time.
He was
Huh?
good at Stanford.
What?
He was good at Stanford.
Yeah, I think he just hit an injury bug out there, though. This is what I read.
Yeah, he didn't play all last season and just went to the draft.
Yeah. So he might do okay. We'll see. Hasn't been a lot of noise around him, but for right now, I'm staying away from anyone over there.
Yeah, the quarterbacks got drafted all around the same spot. It was Trask, Mond, and then Mills.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see how that tier of a group that's gonna pan out. And then Henry Ruggs had this is what happens when you have like a few of like these big play receivers like Rondell Moore and Henry Ruggs. Like they'll just catch like a gigantic touchdown, like a 60-yarder, and then just get a lot of points, and then they'll have a couple other catches that just propels them to the top 10. So like there's like hit or miss kind of players.
Same with Mike.
Yeah, Mike Williams, he's just been hitting week 1 and 2, but he's doing really, really well.
I still think Keenan's the guy out there, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keenum's gonna get more targets, but I mean,
Yeah.
dude, Mike Williams, it's finally his time, and he's been capitalizing. So
Yeah, I would say keep putting him in your lineup until proven otherwise. Like he's gonna miss eventually. Like he's probably gonna have like a 5 point game here.
Everyone does every now and then.
Exactly.
But
like,
no, I think honestly, I don't think he'll consistently stay in the top 10, but I think he's here in the top 20 to step.
I mean, he could get a 20-point game any given week. It doesn't matter who his matchup is. Like he gets jump balls. He wins the 50-50 ball all the time.
He's huge.
He's crazy good.
If
he can stay healthy, like he's good. He's been on my bench. I think I have him in the league with like Joey and Ray.
Darren's league?
Darren's the league. And I'm like, dude, I gotta start playing him. I have like Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb, I might expect him to be on this top 10 list next week with all the injuries going on in Dallas.
I expect CeeDee to be on that list.
Oh yeah, I didn't mention Amari Cooper got hurt too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and then here goes tight ends, kind of like what you can expect is like that top 3 to be that for most of the year, especially, and then Waller thrown in there as well. Max Williams just randomly does good against the Vikings because that's the most Viking thing that would happen. Robert Tonyan had a really good bounce back week, and I seen him get cut in some of my leagues off the roster after week 1. I'm like, yeah, like the overreactions from week 1, like sometimes you just gotta capitalize on that stuff because people will cut a player just for having a poor performance. Dude. Or like not trade for a player when their stock is a little bit lower because like they might have had a poor performance week 2 but had a good week 1. Like not every player is gonna be consistent every week.
Dude, Tanyan's a stud. He can be top 5, top 6 tight end, I think, and especially with Rodgers having nobody outside of Adams and Jones in the backfield. Tanyan's at 3. He's the number 3 guy there.
Yeah. And then like I like Jack Doyle, but now it's kind of weird with Carson Wentz having his injuries. Like I still pick him up if you're in need of a tight end just because rookies and young quarterbacks will rely on tight ends a little bit more than normal or more veteran quarterbacks. Noah Fant's been consistent. He was number 7 last week, number 7 this week. He's going to be good in that Broncos offense. Teddy Bridgewater knows what he's doing. Kyle Pitts had a good week for a rookie tight end. Finally stepping up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Matt Ryan slinging the ball around. Darren Waller doing his thing. And then I don't even know.
Never heard of this kid.
Yeah, Foster Moreau. I don't know.
Good for him.
I
Won't see you again.
I don't know what team he plays for either, but
I'll probably regret saying that now. Watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pick him up. Pick him up in all your leagues. Start him every week over Kelsey, whoever, Gronk. I don't care.
Not Gronk.
Yeah, I'm just playing. Oh, not Kelsey or Kelsey too.
Yeah, start him over Kelsey though, especially if you play me.
And then these were like the defenses that were the top 5, and like typically it's kind of hard to like pin down what defense is going to be the most consistent this year, and that you could if you have a defensive league. But yeah, the Panthers look solid. Bears look like they could be okay depending on the matchup, and then Bills are a pretty good safe bet. Same with the Buccaneers.
Listen, every year in fantasy, there's one team that's always in the top 5, and I've had them in my dynasty for legit like 7 years. Like I have not dropped them. The Patriots.
Yeah.
They are just every year. Even when all those guys last year sat out from COVID, I think it was legit like 5 or 6 guys. Still top 5. Every time.
Yeah, they're really good. Then I guess we could talk about.
I thought that was Watson at first. It's messed up.
No, I just haven't changed any of the pictures. And then we could kind of like throw out there what players or like just a few like quarterbacks that we think will have a good week potentially.
Week 3 quarterbacks? Oh boy. Why don't we whip out some schedules real quick? Kai, are you still with us, buddy? Huh? What an idiot.
Oh my.
You're an idiot.
Actually, speaking of the Sam Darnold talk, like I kind of like him against the Texans.
Sam Darnold and the Panthers could be 3-0 versus Houston. At least that'll be my pick once we go over that.
I'm gonna be really upset when going into the season, I thought the Vikings would be undefeated playing Carolina and October 17th, and all the locals here were very iffy on the Panthers, and I'm going to go to that game here in Charlotte and watch the Vikings lose in my Harrison Smith Support Our Troops jersey.
That's a great story.
Yeah.
My gosh.
I got a couple that I like. Obviously I like Daniel Jones versus Atlanta. I think they're gonna pick them apart. And then not the most exciting quarterback, but one that we all love, Teddy B playing those Jets in Denver. I don't think he's gonna have any problems.
Yeah, for me, I think Kyler remains at 1 against the Jaguars.
Yep.
I really like Derek Carr this week too. Oddly enough, against Miami, I just was not impressed after last week's performance, and
well, he's gonna be on the field all game versus them.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs is out, so I see them relying heavily on the pass. And then I think Kirk Cousins and Russell Wilson both end up as top 10 quarterbacks again.
Yeah, I've been going off that. I think that Dak and Jalen Hurts will also be 2 top 10 quarterbacks again, or like not again, but this week.
Yeah, you got there's a couple there where it's like Seattle, Minnesota, Philly, Dallas, Tampa.
LA. Buccaneers Rams could go 2 ways. It could be either a defensive game,
or a shootout.
Yeah.
Because like they both have like the talent to do either one. It just depends on how they let the game flow.
That's got to be game of the week.
And then Teddy Bridgewater is the sleeper, I would say, against the Jets. That I would potentially plug in. I mean, Josh Allen against Washington could be a little bit rough, depending on what kind of defense Washington is like coming with.
It's been a little quiet to start the year.
Yeah, I would agree. He had a good week last week, though, Josh Allen.
I think we're forgetting who we just praised for 10 minutes on the show today.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson's
Lamar,
crazy.
dude. Lamar's gonna eat up the Lions.
I like Danny Jones and Matt Ryan this week. Both those defenses are just not great.
No, really bad.
And then yeah, the Chiefs Chargers game, that could be a big high scoring game as well.
Dude, that's those are 2 teams I'm really excited to watch for like the next 10 to 15 years. Those 2 quarterbacks are just gonna air it out against each other.
Dude, that division is gonna be fun to see how it plays out.
Dude, it's gonna be
With
like
the Broncos and Raiders playing extremely well too.
Yeah, those 2 though, it's gonna be like a Manning and Brady head to head twice a year, maybe 3 in the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Then running backs. I mean, running backs is hard to predict a lot of the times. Like, typically the top
Lamar.
5 guys.
I'm gonna go Lamar again.
I think Dalvin is gonna have a good week. Seattle is Swiss cheese. I mean, he got a little bit banged up against the Cardinals, but
Swiss cheese, huh?
Dude, they don't have a good run defense. I mean, what did you not just see what Derrick Henry did?
Oh no, I saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, just making sure that we were watching the same game. I just expect at home, the Vikings are hungry. They're 0-2. They lost 2 games that they were literally in position to win, for the first 2 weeks, and just did not go their way. So I think that they're gonna be hungry for a win. I don't know if they're gonna beat Seattle, which they're favorites by 1.5 points on the road. But I would expect a big game out of Dalvin Cook. McCaffrey is always going to do his thing.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Yeah, McCaffrey will be up top 3 again.
I don't know how I feel about Montgomery and Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt this week. Like, both those defensive fronts are pretty good, but I would expect that they're going to get theirs. It's going to be probably a grind out game.
I think Nick Chubb has another top 10 performance this week.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable.
No weapons. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if both Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb end up in the top 10.
Do you think James Robinson bounces back against that Cardinals defense? Like, they don't have the like best rush defense, or do you think the Jaguars are just too dysfunctional?
Are they gonna give him the ball?
I don't know.
I feel like they're just
Yeah,
always
I'm gonna
down
go-
now, and they're airing it out with T-Law all the time.
Yeah, they're gonna go down way too fast. Cardinals are way too way too high
Garbage
scoring.
points out there.
Yeah, I'm not. I really don't want to start James Robinson if I have him.
Yeah, that's rough, dude. Because he's such a talented kid.
They're really
I
pissing
think-
his career, dude.
I think Derrick Henry has a good game.
Yeah, Eckler's gonna have a good one too, I believe.
Who else?
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor's been kind of quiet this year too so far.
All line's banged to shit right now, dude.
I like Cordero Patterson this week too. If you're picking him up waivers. against the
Yeah,
Lions.
honestly, I think we'll see a couple like unfamiliar names up in the top 10 again this week, at least one or two.
Yeah, I wonder what Ravens running back's gonna explode this week against the Lions. Like, is it gonna be Tyson? Is it gonna be
Latavius.
Latavius? Is it gonna be Devontae Freeman, who had that big 31-yard run? Dude looked really good, dude. Like in that one play.
I'm sure he gets more action.
Like I was surprised that they didn't give him the ball more because like I don't know, he looked way better than I expected him to look.
I've watched both Ravens games so far this year, and I don't know. Latavius just, if I'm a coach, he's the safe bet to me, I guess.
He's consistent.
Yeah.
I guess like that's the best way to.
I feel confident putting him in the game.
I don't know how I feel about Kamara,
Who do they got?
the Patriots
Oh.
on the road.
I just don't
He
like
just
the
look-
Patriots for anything.
Yeah, they look the Saints looked bad last week.
Jameis Winston looked bad last week.
They're just going to take, like, that's the thing. Bill Belichick does phenomenal at taking their best player and their best weapon on the offensive side out of the game and forcing you to beat them with other people. So,
And that's the thing. They don't have anybody right now. Callaway hasn't done shit so far.
they're going to force Jameis Winston to beat them if they're going to beat them. So, yeah,
They still got Gilmore. I mean,
obviously, if you have Kamara, you're starting him. I don't think it's going to be any crazy performance.
no. I think Saints are going to have a really shitty Sunday.
Yeah. Melvin Gordon will probably play well. Keep an eye on who the Rams will be starting at running back if Henderson can't go.
Hold on. Does Barkley finally have a game?
Still questionable. Like,
That's
as you
Atlanta.
questionable,
I would say this would probably be the week if he did. Like,
If he doesn't, dude, I'm throwing him under with Elliott.
yeah.
They're so dumb. Elliott hasn't had a tear in ACL. They've been very vocal. And
You're right. He hasn't, and he's been dog shit for a year now.
Yeah,
I mean, Elliott was all right last year.
Look,
he wasn't
If
great.
I
Back
don't
when
have
down, he was
Saquon
awful.
Barkley, if I don't have Saquon Barkley, if you're not trying to get Saquon right now, if he has another sub 10-point game or 10 points or less, like, I'm trying to trade for him right then and there. People are going to be low. They're going to try and get whatever they want for him, and they're probably going to be a week or two like they're going to give him up too early. So I still believe in Saquon. I think as they should. I mean, the Giants aren't. I mean, they're what 0-2 right now.
Yep.
So
I gotta see it to believe it. I guess the only thing that would give me any sort of hope right now is Daniel Jones. He's taking some pressure off. He's forcing guys out of the box.
Yeah. If I'm the Giants, though, it's like 0-2. Like, if Saquon's not 100%, why force it?
Yeah. And then like Aaron Jones, I don't know if he's gonna be that great this week against the Niners on the road. I mean, he'll probably have a solid game, but
I think that'll be a fun game to watch.
yeah, it sucks that the Niners have a lot of injuries, but typically they still find a way to get that offensive punch going. So,
I think both teams are gonna be passing all game anyway.
will Miles Sanders be good? Probably not, since he's on my fantasy team. But
Monday night, dude. Have some faith.
but it is against the Cowboys, and the Cowboys defense is, man, oh man.
Oh yeah, it's
Miles Sanders right now.
god awful. What?
I'll trade you for Miles Sanders right now.
You want to try to get Miles Sanders back?
Yep.
Ooh, folks, we could have some live trade negotiations.
I mean, there's probably nothing that you could give me that would, because I want a running back. So it's like there's no way I could upgrade from Miles Sanders.
Grease bowl.
Yeah, but I mean, I would have to give up probably like a pick or something to upgrade.
Guy's just super short on running backs right now.
How do you feel about playing the long game since you're not competing this year? I got J.K. and Cam Akers on my bench.
All right.
You have them on your injured reserve, not your bench, loser.
We'll keep it moving. Wide receivers this week. I like any of the receiver out of like the 4 or even 5 receivers out of the Seattle Vikings game. Like those will probably all do pretty well. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. The receivers are tough, to be honest. I don't like the Browns receivers. I'm not too high on.
I like Cooper Kupp just because it's Cooper Kupp.
I'm not high on the Bears receivers this week. I just don't. It's hard when a rookie quarterback goes out there and plays. I don't care how talented a quarterback is. Like you see how Trevor Lawrence looks. You see how Zach Wilson looks. Justin Fields, like when he played, he threw an interception and like he was still solid, but nothing great. The game almost got out of their hands and they almost lost.
Zach Wilson looks exactly how I thought he would be. I had no expectations.
Corey Davis is his one, dude. Come on.
Oh, but we were all sucking his dick after week 1.
To be honest, though, they have a lot of talent in that wide receiver room. They have like Jamison Crowder, Denzel Mims, Corey Davis.
Dude, Mims is ass.
The fact that you just said Denzel Mims as 3 is astounding to me.
I'm just saying they brought in talent. I mean, I didn't even mention they just brought in someone else too.
Oh, Elijah Moore.
Elijah Moore, and then that one little white receiver that they got too.
Barrios.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barrios.
Like I mean, it's not like the worst group in the world. Like it's decent. Like Jamison Crowder is actually really fucking good when he's healthy.
Listen, you keep bringing up Fields. I like him. Okay.
I'm definitely not playing him. Like I'm not playing him.
I'm gonna go crazy real quick. I like him. Okay. 300 yards, 3 touchdowns.
No.
It's gonna happen.
Holy shit.
300
all-purpose yards?
300 passing.
Oh my gosh.
He's gonna snap. Listen. If the 16-team parlay guy can do it, I can do it right now. This is one game.
I love Justin Fields and especially Monty as much as anyone else as I'm wearing a Chicago Cubs shirt, but dude.
Loser.
Dude, that Bears O-line is not good.
He's gonna be great.
Like
I see.
Like I'm not trying to like. I'm just being real with the situation. Like that O-line is not good.
Dude, it's okay to pick a dark horse once in a while.
It's not about picking a dark horse. It's about the reality of the situation.
I get that. This is my dark horse
on
though.
the road in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Baker's
gonna be off the field all game. What?
For picking receivers, I'm gonna go in the top 10 next week to get us back on track here. Tyreek Hill will be up there. I think one of Mike Williams or Keenan Allen will be up there. I think one of DK I think there are a couple games here where there will be 4 players, one from each team coming out in the top 10. The Chiefs and the Chargers, I think, will each have 1. The Seahawks and the Vikings will each have 1. I think CeeDee Lamb will be in the top 10. And
All right.
then, yeah.
Week 3. DJ Chark or Chenault?
Chenault.
I'm pretty sure Chenault's hurt.
Yeah, he's questionable right now. So,
Pretty sure Chenault hasn't done anything.
Marvin Jones was the one who did good out of them last week, which was super random.
Week 1 too. He looks like the one right now.
Oh, he probably is.
He had a touchdown
Chenault
both
has
games.
not made me look good. Okay, I've not looked good with Chenault.
Nope.
I wrote his tips so hard, I got to stick with it.
Respect.
No, Chenault's good. He has a lot of talent. It's just that Jags' offense is dog shit.
Yeah, so I think DJ Moore comes out in the top 10 this week, and obviously DeAndre Hopkins will be in the top 10, I believe.
Should keep track of how many guys you put in the top 10.
All right.
I think you're at like 12.
And you know what? This week is going to be like a make or break week also for Kenny Galladay, I feel like. Like, if you're actually going to establish yourself as a number 1 or number 2 receiver for the Giants. Like, if you can't do it against the Falcons, who are you gonna do it against?
So, if Galladay doesn't perform, do they turn to what was he, a late first round pick? Tooney?
They got Kadarius Toney. They got
Yeah.
Slayton over there. They got Sterling Shepard.
I'm saying Tony's he's under them in the depth chart though. Slayton's at
Well,
least.
The problem is like you're paying Kenny Galladay like $20 million.
What, Kai?
Tony hasn't even been on the field. He didn't even play week 1. He was on like 44% of the snaps week 2, and he got 1 target. Like they're not.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not really uncommon. Like Jefferson didn't start
again, I don't.
for the first 2 weeks.
I'm not investing anything into Tony.
No, we're just saying if Galladay can't perform, do you mix it up and get him in?
You can't bench someone that's making $20 million.
No, you don't bench him. I'm saying less opportunities, give someone else a little more. Just snap counts.
Opportunities right now. The people are getting more. I mean, Evan Ingram's going to be back eventually at some point too.
He's been a yawner the last like 2 years.
He's hurt all the time, but when he plays, he's really good.
And then I don't know who's gonna do good for the Browns, like receiver wise.
I'm not starting a single receiver for the Browns.
Yeah. I mean, it might just be a grind game. Like, honestly, maybe just buy into the Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt stock.
Maybe Hooper finally comes around again.
Yeah. The Bears' defense is solid. Like, they're really good at home. But when they go on the road, like, typically they take a step back and, like, they become average to, like, below average. That's just the reality of their team. I mean, that's, like, a lot of defenses on the road. Yeah. Juju and, like, Jamar Chase. That should be Marquise Brown. Actually, I could see Marquise Brown being in the top 10 again.
Yeah.
It's got to be the number change for him.
Oh, Ridley's going to have a good week.
Oh, we haven't mentioned Ridley.
Yeah, Ridley's going to have a good week, too. I mean, it's hard to, like, pick a top 10 because, like, there could be, like, any player, like the Seattle Seahawks and Vikings game could produce 4 top 10 receivers. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying it's going to happen. Hopefully not, because that means that it's just a fucking shit show of defense.
I'm not going to be surprised if it does, but let's move on to tight ends before I get depressed.
Yeah, I'm already getting there. I mean, tight ends, like, obviously, Kelsey, Hawkinson, Waller. Kittle's kind of been a miss, to be honest.
I think he gets involved this week, though. Green Bay.
Gronk, I will say keep playing Gronk until every week just play him until it's his bye.
Dude, did you hear that little story of him? He doesn't watch film at all. He just asked Brady, and then, like, on game day, he's like, hey, who's guarding me? That's so douchey. I'd be pissed.
Dude, he doesn't, like, it doesn't even matter.
No, it doesn't.
Play your own game.
He's awesome.
Kyle Pitts had a good week last week. I expect him to have another good week this week against the Giants. I don't know. Tight ends are kind of hit or miss. Like, there's like guys like Max Williams that could go off.
Whoever Moreau was.
You know what? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, the Seattle Seahawks tight end, Gerald Everett, has a good game just because it's the Vikings and they looked horrible against a guy like Max Williams.
Lions weren't so hot versus Tanyan. You can see Andrews having a solid game.
Mark Andrews is going to be up there, too, this week.
Yeah, I hope so because I have him in Grease Bowl and he's supposed to be, like, one of my best players and he's been pretty meh. So, I would hope that he just got that big contract. Hopefully he starts doing some things. And then probably Goddard has a good chance.
Big B, too.
Yeah.
It's a solid tight end battle in that game.
And then Noah Fant, obviously. He's been in the top 10 both weeks, and now he's playing against the Jets.
Jets, yeah.
That's a pretty easy one.
Everything else is pretty hope and pray for the best. Get your 6 points and get out.
All right. I mean, we don't really gotta talk about defenses. That's kind of like the best streaming ones. Just kind of look at like who's playing the crappy teams. Like Panthers against the Texans is probably the best play.
Pick the Patriots every week.
Yeah.
It's my only take.
Broncos against the Jets. All right, so let's do I'll bring Kai back on screen.
Oh, dude. Come on.
Babe Nate, babe. Babe
It's
Nate.
the over all my swag.
Oh, boy. The
All
Cubs
right.
shirt.
Can we go over the results
Oh.
of the pick'ems from
Oh.
last week?
Well,
Woo.
let's just start off with Darren's results. Shout out to DB for his first time on the show last week. Says he wants
Do
to
we
be
have
back.
to go over the results?
Do we know the results?
I know I'm 0-3, man. I lost 2 games on fucking
Yeah,
2 points.
Kai's 0-3. Not only are you 0-3 for week 2, but you are 1-5 on the
Look,
season.
man, here's my thing, right? I'm not looking
Sure.
hot right now.
Yeah, let's hear the excuse.
I'll never pick the Packers out of pure spite,
Uh-huh.
but I lost 2 games last week on 1 point.
Not my problem.
I'm not saying it is. So
You're at the bottom. You're 1-5.
It's all right, dude. It's a long season.
Darren's first time on the show, 1-2. Yeah, well, whatever, you know. Try again next time. I went 1-2 this week as well. Oh shit, I did the math wrong. Holy fuck.
Dude, it's 3.
I know. Dude, I was so tired when I got here. Anyway,
Oh.
Anthony went a solid 3-0 on the year, or on the week 2. So he's eating us up right now.
It's all right. It's a long season.
Yeah.
Yeah, not everyone can pick them right like me, but hey,
I'm 3-3.
How's your fantasy team doing?
you know what? They're doing a lot better after week 2. I mean, you're talking about Grease Boy. I mean, I played against Derrick Henry, bro. That's just unlucky.
Dude, you can't even talk shit. Me and this kid are taking over your scrub ass friends that can't commit to shit.
Dude, the team I inherited was one of the worst teams I've ever seen. For like a 12-man.
I said it in the chat, dude. Me and Anthony are keeping your leagues alive.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't care.
Hey, I'm just saying, I put up a competitive game against a guy who had Derrick Henry. Like, if you have Derrick Henry,
I'll join your leagues, dude. I hate being commish.
You invited us. This is your fault.
mm-hmm.
You guys asked, okay?
No, we didn't.
Shut up. You guys both enjoy the hell out of both of those leagues.
I used to love JV.
Oh.
I used to love the JV league. I used to like open that app and be happy. I smiled.
I liked it before and after, if I'm being honest. I had good teams.
My
Yeah,
team
me
now, it's pretty good, but I'm just like, I don't love it the way I loved the last one.
What do you want from Montgomery?
Oh my gosh.
Dude, I have a good team.
Stop trying to trade with me on the pod.
This kid has
Why
to
not?
redraft till he gets a perfect team.
Let the fans get a live sneak peek into our freaking deals.
They don't want to play with us because
I
of
don't
you.
even know what I would want to trade right now. Anyways, I especially in JV because that's just a 10-man league. Like I don't know.
Well, this is what I told him the other day. I'm like, dude, it's early. I'm trying to hold on guys that are disappointing right now. I'm really not trying to sell on guys that are surprising.
Yeah, because in JV I think I have Cortland Sutton. I'm not sure.
You don't? Oh, yeah, you do.
Which,
I will trade you Montgomery and Darnell Mooney for Damian Harris and Robbie Anderson.
Say it again.
Darnell Mooney, David Montgomery for
No.
Damian Harris and Robbie Anderson.
no.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
Stop talking to me, please.
Alan Lazard.
Gotta be a way to.
Don't ever mention. You have Alan Lazard on your team?
I'm honestly about to drop him. I wanted him because it's an Iowa State league, and there's a ton of Packers fans in there, but I'm honestly about to drop him.
You're gonna drop who?
Alan Lazard, not that it means anything.
Trade him to Dylan.
I'm actually in trade talks with him right now.
I'm not surprised. All right, let's pick these games. Thursday night football. Panthers on the road against the Texans. Texans have Tyrod out.
Are we doing our picks right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could go first. I'm picking the Panthers. I think it's pretty easy. They're favorited on the road by 8 points. I don't see how the Panthers don't go 3-0 here.
I got Carolina as well. I'm a big Darnold guy. Said that before coming into the year. Houston's a dumpster fire. And I just haven't seen anything from Mills yet, so I have no confidence.
Yeah, easy pick. I'm going Carolina.
Yep.
And we're all going to get it wrong, but that's all right.
Probably.
I'll jump
Davis
up.
Mills is going to be the next coming of fucking Peyton Manning.
Yeah. Peyton Manning wasn't good his rookie year.
That's true. He was dog shit.
But honestly, I think that's what they're doing in Jacksonville and in New York with Zach Wilson is just with Peyton. It was like, dude, throw the ball in spots, figure out what you can and can't get away with at this speed and at this level.
Oh, yeah, they just said, you got nothing to lose. Just get this shit over with.
Yeah, just
Go play.
try it out and see what you can get away with.
That's why the Vikings irritate me, that they don't have like a play package where they could just play Kellen. Like, use his dual threat skills.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you've seen it with Fields and Lance. And
Dude, Mon is explosive, dude. Like,
they got to get him out
It's
there, man.
hard. I mean, Kirk's been playing so well where
true.
it's hard to take Kirk out when he's in the flow of the game and game management, and it's Kirk.
And Zimmer's afraid to shake Kirk's confidence because like Kirk seems like a shallow person where like he could easily be like, I don't know, he gets weird about his backups.
Well, you see that? Yeah, I mean, that's the difference here. Zim's kind of on the hot seat. He probably doesn't really feel like playing games like that right now.
Yeah.
Trying new shit out. He wants his best guys in, and that's it.
But yeah, that's pretty easy pick though. Panthers. Then the night games, we got Sunday night football, Packers at 49ers. This one's actually like a pretty good game. The Niners are banged up, but they're at home. They're 2-0. That defense is still pretty legit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got the injury with Jason Verrett. The offense is still just explosive. It's a little bit messy, but man, they got a lot of weapons out there. For me, I'm taking the 49ers. I just think that the Packers are still a team with a lot of problems. Zadarius Smith, I just got put on IR. Their left tackle still out. Whatever the fuck his name is, Bakatari.
Wow. Sure.
Who cares? But yeah, the Packers have a lot of injuries too. Not a lot of people are talking about that, and they beat up on the Lions. Like the Lions have a bunch of rookies and like players that should not be starting.
That was a close game until about like 3 minutes in the third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, and like they did their thing, like, but like against what? Like one of the worst defenses in the league. They're gonna play against a top 5 team this coming week on the road.
The Lions just got fancy and tried to get away from their Tampa 2.
Yeah.
Or their cover 2, and
That's Dan Campbell for you. Like,
He's a weird guy.
he's just awkwardly aggressive, drinks a lot of coffee.
Kind of like him, but he's weird.
Yeah, like I could get behind him a little bit, but I don't know if he's gonna be good.
I hope not.
So wait, what do you guys pick? What are you picking?
Rodgers is back. I'm going Green Bay.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a shootout, though. I'm talking like 49-41 type shit. You're going to air it out. Rodgers is better than Jimmy.
Yeah, the Packers don't have it. Like their defense is really bad, but like the 49ers defense could be hit or miss.
Yeah, I think for me, it's an easy choice. You guys can just put me down whenever the Packers play at one of these. I'll never pick the Packers, but I think Kittle has a breakout game. Jimmy G's been playing really, really well besides the first snap of his first game. But if you have a 49ers running back, I'll be curious to see who comes out for him because both Trey Sermon and Elijah Moore are on question right now. They're both limited. And
Hasty's out.
I think Sermon's actually out for the game, concussion already, but I think Sermon's good to go. Or I'm sorry, not Sermon. Mitchell.
Yeah, Elijah Mitchell. That's what.
And
it
then
is.
they just signed someone. I forgot his name. And then Chris Thompson's on the
Still
pro.
limited.
Yeah, you said Chris Thompson. Dude, how has Gurley not gotten a call?
I
Jesus.
don't know.
Come on.
Adrian Peterson too.
Yeah.
Come on.
Or even Frank Gore, if he's still trying to play.
Gore's trying to box.
Oh, okay.
He said he's done.
Well,
Whatever. I say do what you're good at and get paid, but go crazy. Knock out Logan Paul.
all right. So, and then the last game for Monday Night Football. This one's actually a toss-up for me. It's Eagles and Cowboys. I'm probably gonna go with the home team, the Cowboys, just because they're at home. But I could easily see the Eagles winning.
Yeah. I'm going to say the Cowboys as well. I was thinking about changing it, but I like Dak. Even with Cooper's out, right? Or do we
Cooper
not
is
know?
out. I'm pretty sure.
Cooper's out. I still think they got.
Gallup's on IR.
Ooh.
So that's why I'm like CD Lamb stock, Tony Pollard stock. I kind of like their receiver Wilson, I believe is his last name.
You know what? I am going to switch it from what I had originally. I'm going to take Philly.
Reasonable. Which they might have some injuries too at receiver.
Yep.
And then I think Ertz is on the COVID list, so I think he's out.
He is vaccinated. If he
Test negative.
clears the test, he could be back within 2 days.
And that's the competitive advantage of the vaccination in the league. Because if you aren't, then you have to be out for
10 days.
Yeah, 10 days. So.
Away from the team too. That's not even out.
Yeah, so it's like not only are you losing like out on a game, but you're losing like practice reps. You're losing, like you can still watch film, but you're not like conversating with like your peers about things and talking things through. So it's like at the same level or in person. So the communication is a little bit off.
Yep.
So Kai, who are you going with?
It's a tough one. I'm looking at where Philly was at in week 1 right now. I just kind of want to see. Yeah, they put up 32 points against the Falcons. A lot of teams can do that. They only put up 17 or 11 points versus the 49ers. Not that the Cowboys are an absolutely amazing defense, but
They're atrocious.
Didn't they just lose?
They
what's
lost
his name for the year?
DeMarcus Lawrence. He's maybe not for the year, but
for me, Cedric Wilson's gonna step up. You got Dalton Schultz and Blake Jarwin there, and now with the emergence of Tony Pollard, it's gonna I don't think Philly's gonna be able to score enough points to keep up with Dallas. So I'm going Dallas.
You did that time. Yeah, Dallas.
Yes, sir.
All right, picks are in. You guys are identical. I got a couple switch ups on you.
no one knows our luck. The freaking Packers would probably end up winning somehow on some BS ref call. Because that's just the way it goes.
We all got Carolina. Watch Houston rip them to shreds. God, I'll be pissed.
Philip Lindsay just has the game of his life.
He's like third running back right now, too. That's tomorrow, right? That's Thursday game? Oh, God. Catch me at Applebee's, I guess.
You're going to go to Applebee's for a Panthers-Texans game?
Nothing better to do on a Thursday,
I don't
baby.
even know if I'm going to watch that game, if I'm being honest. It depends. I mean, I could work early in the morning. So I'm like,
Just get bored. Why the hell not?
But, yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else you guys want to add in random fantasy takes or anything that you're excited for week 3 of the NFL? Because I'm starting to lose my patience with the season quite fast. Like, if I'm being
Who do you guys play this week?
Play Seattle at home. But still, it's Seattle. But at home for, like, the first time in, like, half a decade. But it's Seattle.
Yeah, I was excited to play Seattle at home, too.
We've been playing on the road, competitive games on the road. Like, we should have beat them.
Could change your season around.
Was it last year? Yeah, we should have beat them last year. Them and the Titans. I forgot about those games.
Our defense couldn't stop him. Kirk Lettuce scored a
Well,
To get the
The
lead, and then
the
we
Seattle
decided-
game was the defense couldn't stop him, but it's also Alex Madison couldn't get 1 yard on 4th and 1 because Dalvin was out.
Yeah, for me, I'm not. I mean, I'm still hopeful for the Vikings, but last year, not a single team that started off 0-2 made the playoffs. So,
The one thing that you do got to take in consideration with that statistic is that when it is 17 games and you add an extra
a long
playoff
season.
spot, it's different.
it's a long season, but playing the Seahawks isn't.
Yeah, with the 7 playoff teams and the
Seahawks.
17 games, like you can't just like write off teams at 0-2. Now if you go 0-3, like that's like I'm like it burn it all down because like I just don't see how we're bouncing back and losing against 2 NFC teams that are gonna be competing.
Once you got the Rams right after,
No, we have the Browns at home, which the Browns
they're banged up,
they're
but
good, but like I'm not. They don't terrify me like Russell Wilson does because Baker you could contain him. You could get to Baker. You can't really get to Kyler Murray. You can't really get to Russell Wilson, and it's frustrating because like they'll just tear apart any defense, no matter how talented some of the players are. And like Danielle Hunter had 3 sacks against the Cardinals. Not a lot of people are talking about that. Well, because Chandler Jones had 5, week 1. How many did he have against the Vikings?
0.
He had 1.
I had 1.
But still, that's against Rashad Hill. But like that's like the difference though. Like the guy got 3 sacks.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. 3-sack game is really really good, but no one talks about that.
I mean, Kyler threw 400 yards.
So did Kirk.
Yeah, but Kirk didn't win.
Kirk had 3 tutties, and Kirk should have won. He put his
Tutties.
Kyler almost cost him the game in the second half. He threw 2 interceptions. One was a pick 6.
You know who did cost the game?
Yeah, Greg Joseph. Well, and Zimmer. Zimmer had some poor, like who squib kicks it at halftime or like before half, like 21 seconds.
I can't. I'm getting off.
Yeah, let's get off. Yeah.
Bye, Kai. Love you.
Yeah, it's a rough week.
I hate
A little bit
that
of vent
kid.
at the end.
Little bit of event.
A little bit of a vent.
Oh, it's only 10 o'clock. Sweet.
Yeah.
It's better than what we've done. It's about an hour, right?